All right, everybody, welcome to this Q&A overtime stream for tonight. Figure I'd do one of these because I'm going to the D-backs game in a couple of hours, so I can't call a game today, but we'll do an OT. I'll take all your requests. Number one song today, I'm going to guess Fantasy by Mariah Carey. I'm going to guess Fantasy for today's video. If you haven't seen it, click that link above or below. Appreciate all you guys being here. Obviously, the big news today, just absolutely shocking. I remember watching Kyle Busch. I remember watching him in the 2000s, and I remember watching him and just in the M&M's car and win all the time, and he was such a good racer and seemed like such a good person, and just way too young. Way too young. I was shocked. It just came out 30 minutes ago. I was literally just shaving. I was on my phone while shaving, and I saw the notification. I'm like, this can't be real. And it just came out of nowhere. Just absolutely shocking. He just won 6 days ago. This is just, wow. Wow, just shows how precious time can be. I'm shocked too. How's it going, Golden Seal? How's it going, Kevin? Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, just shows how precious and valuable and cruel time can be. Yeah, this is, I'm shocked. It does not feel real. Haven't been this shocked since Kobe Bryant's death. Yeah, I think for me, this is the most shocking one since Chadwick Boseman. I think for me, this is since, at least in the sports world, I think since Kobe, this is the most shocking. How's it going, Allie? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I don't know if following NASCAR, but Kyle Busch is the name I heard before. Yeah. No, Kyle Busch is absolute legend. Absolute legend. I don't think anyone saw it coming. Especially because he just raced and won. He literally just won a week ago. That's the craziest part. He literally won a week ago in a Truck Series race. Yeah, rest in peace. Absolutely. I feel bad for his wife, his kids. I mean, just so young. So tragic. The fact that he said you never know when you're going to win, when you never know when it's going to be your last win, and that was the last time. Wow. A live reaction? Probably not on that one, Tanner, but I mean, I was shocked by the England results. I was shocked by the England roster. You know, I don't blame you, Bistucky. I know a bunch of people that are NASCAR fans, and they're going through it right now, and understandably so. Understandably so. Just absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. He felt old just this morning. Man. It was so sudden. I think it was the last time we ever raced. Yeah, I think so. Most shocking NASCAR death since Earnhardt. Yeah. I would agree. Because he seemed like he was a good health. I mean, he literally just won last week at Dover. John's for the fiver. Let's start the thing off. Yeah, I don't think anyone saw it coming. I don't think anyone saw it coming. All right, let me just get this up. What on earth is going on? There we go. All right, spin the karaoke wheel. See what it lands on. You know, he was easily going to go in the Hall of Fame. Easily was going to go in the Hall of Fame. There was no debate. He'd be like one of the first guys in when he was eligible. Song 2 is a song that's half off. We got Erm with the 5. We got Johnster with an email. Appreciate you guys a ton. Let me get you on. I have the 18 on for that. Yeah, this truly came out of nowhere. Truly came out of nowhere. Double pneumonia and had blood in his lungs. Wow. That is tragic. Irvin with the 5. Appreciate you, man. Kyle Busch, 2-time champ, villain, then hero, hell of a racer with trucks, Xfinity Cup Series win galore. Yeah, he could do it all. He could do it all. Rip to Rowdy. Yep. The sport is worse off because of this. It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. Yeah, Sen was racing too, man. I mean, they'll do a tribute for him. They'll do a tribute for him for sure this weekend. But just tragic. There's no other way to say it. It's just absolutely tragic. Like, he was one of the all-time greats. He truly was one of the all-time greats. And to go in your early 40s, it's awful. It's just awful. Well, I thought Friday's his last Slate show. I thought Friday was the last one. Is it tonight? He was radioing Watkins Glen needing doctor. I didn't realize it. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that serious when he was radioing a doctor. I had a feeling like something was up early this morning when he announced he couldn't race, because obviously he is a tough person. He wasn't going to stay out of the car. So someone had to be, I didn't realize it was this serious. Oh, that's good about your friend. That's awesome. Thank God for that. I haven't got your email yet, Johnster. I have not gotten your email yet. We'll take all your requests. Audio, video, chat should be spoken quiz, web, sports, Mac, grids. Yeah, yesterday, happy day for me as a Bears fan. Yep, I do not blame you. I do not blame you. Yeah, the Hurricanes finally playing after for 7-12 days. He was one of the drivers I watched grow up. I remember like watching him in the Sprint Cup Series with him and Jeff Gordon and Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson, like and Boyer and Hamlin. I mean, he was one of the legends. Oh, that always scares me too, Rob. Yep, I'm right there with you. I was like, wait, he seemed like he was in good health, and it was like 41, 42. Like he was super young. Like it's so scary. Scary. I got the email now. Yep. You cherish all your moments. You never know when it's gonna be your last. Yep. I tweeted it out, but it reminded me a lot of Oscar Taveras, if you remember the Cardinals player in baseball, where he hit a big home run in the NLCS and then 6 days later he died. This was the same thing with Boyer. Or not Boyer, with Busch, I mean. Same thing here where he won a race at Dover, and then it's 41, man. And then 6 days later. Just crazy. Yeah, top 5 greatest driver of all time. He's definitely top 10. He's definitely top 10. Michael with the Tier Nuclear Family will do that. Appreciate you, man. Mom feels victimized of being blamed for that. Well, I mean, it was her fault. It's entirely her fault. It's hard to go top 5 all time just because obviously you have Petty, you have Dale, you have Jimmy Johnson. It's tough. He's definitely top 10. He is definitely top 10. And then Stay the Night, Michael with a tour. And then Earn with another 5. Appreciate you, man, on that one. Appreciate you. Let me get you guys on. It's raw, but I hope NASCAR can invest more in drivers' health, like super physical tests, like in NFL or soccer, including mentally. Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Although, was this, like, detectable? Like, he had blood in his, like, blood in his lungs from what people are saying. Like, I don't know how detectable this was. Like, this truly came out of nowhere. Because he started feeling ill just a couple of days ago, and now he's dead. Like, it wasn't like this was a long-term thing. Oh, yeah, like, reminds me of Jose. Like, he was, like, the best pitcher in baseball and then literally just taken away from him. Dad should have done the loss. Well, I mean, it's your parents' fault, I should say. Your number one song in today's video, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to guess Fantasy by Mariah Carey. I'm going to guess Fantasy on that one. Used to watch NASCAR, but one of the guys who loved was Caillou. Yeah, he was a fun villain. He was a fun villain, but then the heel turn he made to become a hero. Yeah, just absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. All right, Nuclear Family, here we go. Yeah, Coach O back, which is crazy to me. Coach O back in assistant role, that is nuts to me. That is one weird coaching staff Lane Kiffin's got over there. Yeah, this feels like the opening to American Idiot. He was always planning to come back now. How head coach Tandy Ryan. Yeah, but he violated a lot of rules, so I'm not sure. Do you think the Chiefs will cut Rice? No, I do not. I don't think the Chiefs cut Rice, but I definitely think his next contract is going to have a lot of provisions in it. Have a lot of provisions, a lot of contingencies. He probably cost him like 9 figures. Yeah, top 10 driver. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely top 10 driver all time. Why is he set a cable? He's a great linebacker. It's the right call. They got criticized a lot for taking an off-ball linebacker in the first round. It worked out very well. Yeah, no, absolutely tragic, Chris. Yep, absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. And he just won last week. That's the part that's messed me up. It's not like he's retired or obviously 42 is young regardless, but it's different if you're 42 and you're still winning races. Like it's crazy. Rice only got arrested once? Twice. He got arrested for the speed racing thing, and then all he had to do was not smoke weed on probation, and he got arrested for that because he violated that probation order. So now he got arrested a second time. Just tragic, yeah. No, I'm not the biggest NASCAR fan in the world, but, I mean, I watched Kyle Busch growing up. I love the M&M's car, the 18. Just tragic. Who the White Sox count as Pope if the church doesn't, if that happens? I saw that. I don't know who's the one that they don't count. Who's the one that they don't count? Apparently Christopher? Yeah, maybe Christopher? Yeah, I'm looking at list of popes. Maybe Christopher? He was a pope for 3 months in the year 903. I don't know, the history necessarily, but maybe Christopher? The most recent post was saying happy birthday. Wow. Yeah, 41, literally a week younger than my older sister. Yeah. It's tragic when someone dies who's like still in the prime of their career and so young. Like, you're approaching that age and it's like, wow, time is really... And so, like... And the fact that, like, nothing seemed wrong with him until a couple of days ago. It wasn't like he made bad decisions to get in this spot. Like he just died of just internal bleeding. Like obviously people die around like my age all the time, but like sometimes it's like they do dumb things. This was not one of those things. That's like the part that's scary and messing me up and messing a lot of people up. It's like he was a great guy. He was still in the prime of his career. Nothing seemed wrong with him. And then you knew contract a few days ago. Yep. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt, similar type tragedy. At least Earnhardt, like, you could see how it happens with, like, it was foreshadowed with Earnhardt where the walls were not safe. That something's going to happen one of these things. I'm going to get 0 on that one, Jackson. I'm guessing 0. This is true. That guy got hacked. I'll get on that one. Memento, that guy was a college gift. Ooh, all right. No, I don't want to speak it closest yet, but apparently it was internal. When the start, just a couple minutes ago. Commemorative ball for the first game at Heinz? Oh, that's awesome. Right, it was not the actual first game, because that was supposed to be a Sunday Night Football game, week 2. They got moved to week, technically, 18 because of that. And then they moved it off Sunday night. That was like the first flex. No, I haven't seen any confirming cause, no. But I know he was sick. I know he was sick, so I don't know what it was. There was yeah, I moved it up. I fail. Yes, I fail. He pressed Richard Childress as well. Yeah, just tragic with everything that's been through. Based with in honor of Kyle. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you on that one. I want to Busch light in his honor. I do have the 18 up. I appreciate that a ton, man. It's way too young, way too tragic. You know, when Smith, yeah, of course, was a Georgia player. Of course, it was a Georgia player that got arrested for speeding. I am shocked. Absolutely shocked. Give me one guess I never would have guessed in a million years. Some vacant family will say, how's it going, Hip? Appreciate you being here. Check periodically. We'll be back for good in July. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Cardinals look good. Your Cardinals look very good. I am shocked. I got fantasy. Let's go. Say us with the Rockies. I think we'll take 3 or 4. If we go 6-1 this homestand, I'll be thrilled. The Cards look good. The young core looks very good. Jordan Walker's starting to live up to his potential. Move the stream up? Yes. Yeah, it moves out through the Kyle Busch news. You know, I moved it up. It was supposed to be 7. I moved it up after the Kyle Busch news because I was like, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to want to talk about it, and rightfully so. Company was supposed to make 1,000 when they knew the game was off. They only made 100. Wow, that is valuable. That is awesome. That is a great possession to have. Wow. That is really cool. Commemorative ball of a game that never was the opener. That's awesome. Yeah, what's in the water at UGA? Yeah, I think they think they're above the law. Yeah, it's 100% the right call to re-sign him. Yep. Jaguars bust since 2010. The biggest bust? Well, I mean, Blaine Gabbert. Giants extend Shane? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Why the hell would they do that? Not yet, at least. Walk with Carson Beck or Brissett. Well, Brissett's not even in camp right now. Brissett's not even in camp. So, I think they're going to ride with Beck at this point. Yeah, Shane extends with the Giants. I don't know what they're doing. Not yet, at least. Not yet. How's it going, JP? Appreciate you being here. Your biggest bust since 2010. I mean, Taven Bryan and Luke Jokel are great picks. They're great picks. I would say, Blaine Gabbert is the quintessential bust for Jaguars. Yeah, Giants are screwed. Yep. Unless Harbaugh's just running the ship and he's just a placeholder. Yeah, Kyle Busch, way too young. He won't make dumb decisions. You're not kidding on that one. this album so far. Yeah, way too young, GeoGuessr, yep. Gabbert was the worst bust than Jokel. They both sucked. But Gabbert, they treated the farm to get him. And he did nothing. And there were no excuses with Gabbert. At least Jokel, you could say the ACL maybe wrecked him in 2013. I remember one time to get relegated? Yep. I should be streaming that game. I should be doing that. I think we're going to do the championship final on Saturday, too. I have to double check. Yeah, don't fear the Reaper. Yep, needs for cowbell. Can't be our girl buster, as they should. Yeah, the Giants this past series, San Francisco Giants, were just lifeless. Absolutely lifeless. 3 moves that 3 Super Bowl contenders can make tomorrow that would instantly slam the door on their contention. Well, I mean, what would tank them the fastest? Bills trade Josh Allen. I mean, besides like the obvious stuff, like Bills trade Josh Allen, Chiefs trade Patrick Mahomes, Bengals trade Joe Burrow. Right, got to bring later at least as a backup. Yeah, Bull Drew in the first leg. That's all you need. I like the bridge on this one, and then the beat dropping out, going on the final chorus. There you go, Mr. Owen. Yep. Yeah, it's some serious talent. That's crazy, Tanner. Jackson Rose, you don't blink was a Jaguar? Yeah, no, he did not know. They drafted him when he was out of the office. Jackson Rio went to get like a cup of coffee. And it was like, yeah, we traded up to get Blaine Gabbert. It's like, wait, what? And he was supposed to be third string, and then 10 days later he becomes the starter because they cut Garrard at team lunch. And yeah, they were pretty scummy back then. They were pretty scummy. The Jaguars cut David Garrard after he went to a team luncheon. AC fully fixed, let's go. I gotta go to Paderborn now, yeah. New York Giants fans are blue-haired lawyer. Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised at Gabbert. Well, the thing with Gabbert, like, if you're a first-round quarterback and you aren't a head case, you're going to get so much leash and leeway. Yeah, the Tigers, they're done. I cashed out at the right time. The Tigers are done. Stick a fork in them. About to drive an hour to OKC's going to fly to Indy for the 500. Yeah, it changed the entire mood. It's going to be a very somber weekend. Yep, it's going to change. It's absolutely somber. Completely out of nowhere, too. That's the scariest part. Scariest part, completely out of nowhere. You know, Blaine Gabbert sucked. Blaine Gabbert was awful. Yeah, time to rebuild? Yep, absolutely. Time to rebuild if you're the Tigers. Trade Scooball for whatever you can get. Trade Scooball for whatever you can get at this point. The high angle or the low angle? Jags, the high angle or the low angle? I mean, I prefer the new logo, but I prefer the old jerseys. I prefer the old logo with the Prowler on it. Like the Prowler, the Leaping Jaguar, is better with the old logo. The head is better with the new logo. Oh, yeah, the Whoa There. Yeah, the Whoa There, Chris. Yeah, that was the best playing ever. Corey with a 10. I appreciate you, man. We get you on the LED board. John's always wanted Joe and John together, and it's official, man. It's an interesting strategy. Movie with the most random casting. Ooh. I would say... movie 43. If you look at movie 43, how the hell did that movie get made? Now let's go shoot a moment of silence. Yeah, absolute moment of silence. You're not going to delay the race, but I'd say moment of silence. Bring back those unis? No, those unis were not good. I appreciate you a ton now, but movie 43 has the most random casting. Yeah, I saw the Giants series. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know what they're doing. We're keeping Shane. I think fixture on that one, Rob. I think it's going to get traded to the Cubs. Like, if you've ever... Like, movie 43 has the most random thing. Trailers interviewing Jeff Van Gundy. Yeah, he's cheap. He's cheap. Chris Pratt as Mario. No, it's not like random. I wouldn't say that that's a random one. Because he's a superstar. He just doesn't sell like Mario. Never heard of movie 43? But you've heard of all the actors that were in movie 43. You've heard of all the actors in that one. Yeah, The Last House on the Left. Never seen that one. But movie 43 has Elizabeth Banks in it, Kristen Bell, Halle Berry, just to name a few. Johnny Knoxville, Terrence Howard, Uma Thurman, Jason Sudeikis, Emma Stone, Naomi Watts. There's like 40 stars in this movie. It sucked. Yeah, you're not wrong. It sucked. The Amtrak map with the World Cup? Yeah. How Kansas City is like nowhere near Kansas City? Yep. Movie 43 is a movie that had to be a money laundering thing. It's a movie that sucks. It's just like a bunch of sketches. But everyone who's anyone is in that movie, which makes no sense. Like, I don't know how they were able to get all those people. So that would be my pick, Corey, on that one. Yeah, Ants had a Stackhouse. Well, they have the money because they just want to stick it to Eisner. Katzberg just want to stick it to Eisner. They fixed the issue. There was no coolant. Oh, that would do it. Yeah, Brokeback Mountain. Yep. Yeah, Chris Pratt's good in the Lego movie. Yeah. I made $6 million to make movie 43, which I don't get how. With all the actors and actresses in there, how did it only take... Like, it had to be a favor or a money laundering thing. Because that makes no sense. Yeah, Cats, All-Star Cats, but I wouldn't say that's weird casting. I mean, well, Jason Derulo was weird casting. James Corden was not. That was the most obvious casting of all time. We knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I think we're going to do the Spurs game on Sunday. Yeah, West Ham, I don't think they're... Yeah, we'll do this first game. Michael Memphis, 33 months now. What are your thoughts about the Tim Hortons incident? Tim Hortons? What happened to Tim Hortons? A woman died for a fight with a worker. Oh, wait, I didn't see this. Hang on. I did not see this. In Indiana, okay. Wait, I did not see this. Wait. I need to see the footage. Obviously, there's got to be footage inside the store. Until there's footage, just reading the details, something is off. I want to see the footage. I want to see the footage of it. The Guardians of the Galaxy and Superman director James Gunn was one of the writers of movie 43. It will cost $6 million. I don't get how it only cost $6 million. That's the part that makes no sense to me. When we talk weirdest casting, it has to be movie 43. All right. The fight's on YouTube? All right, I'll have to check that out. Rowan Atkinson, the Scooby-Doo live-action film. I think the funniest one, the weirdest casting of all time is the Emoji Movie. The Emoji Movie is probably the weirdest casting of all time. If only for... Poop is played by Sir Patrick Stewart. I don't know why Sir Patrick Stewart is playing the poop emoji. So that's gotta be... That's gotta be for single casting, that's the winner. For a whole movie, it's movie 43. For one role, Sir Patrick Stewart as Poop has to be the winner. The 3 championship teams, I think, get promoted to the Prem. I think West Ham will go straight back up. I'm going to say... Man. I think Wrexham. And I'm going to say Wolves. Another garbage movie with James Corden. Yep, of course. King Cole Skull Island. Yep. How's it going, Dan? Appreciate you being here. So I would say Wolves. Wrexham wins the playoff. And West Ham. I just don't want to see Millwall. We got a tour from Zach. Asaway Summer Forever Lollapalooza. All right, we'll do that. Mike White's worst work. Yep. Yeah, Cavani, I mean, Cavani's up there in age. I'm not sure Cavani's going to be able to do it anymore. Yeah, everybody's in a mess right now. Someone got arrested in Texas for criticizing the town's water supply? That seems like a freedom of speech issue. It seems like for criticizing the water, you shouldn't be able to get arrested for that. Tom goes right back up. Oh, easily. They'll probably set the points record. They will probably set the points record. If they get relegated. Which, I don't think they're getting relegated. All right, Lollapalooza, Chile. All right, here we go. Summer Forever. Well, Cindy hasn't looked good ever since like the first 4 starts. McGregor played Christopher Robin in the live-action Winnie the Pooh. Just kept thinking Obi-Wan is that you. Oh, wait, this is not... Wait, this is Argentina. Wait. Wrong one. This is the one. Here we go. Skip ahead to the song. All right. Watch Plan 9 from Outer Space if you want bad. I've never even heard of that movie. It's weird because, like, Acid Rain normally has, like, interesting visuals. Why is it just a black screen? Yeah, rest in peace, Kyle Busch. Yeah, way too young, Cubby. Yeah, Animal Soccer World. I know, like, the dino character in that, with that one meme. There's, like, no visuals in this. So, yeah, I'll check out the video. If you're looking for a job and so do something from a soccer team, very vague social media job, filming a team on your phone behind a tree. You can barely hear her on this. Like, she's, like, mumbling. Tim Hortons Fort Wayne Fight Fit. Isaac with the 2. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, let's do that. I think both on that one, Jackson. Oh, that was a different movie? Oh, man. And song 2 is the half-off song. Alright, I need to see this. I didn't know that Mark Farmer died. She was less of an addition? Oh, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense if there wouldn't be any visuals then. Keep your go back to the Prem? I don't think in the next 5 years. It's by the same studio, man. The World Cup looking like a disaster? I mean, we say that all the time. I do think prices are going to drop, and eventually it will be all right. But the organization has not been what I expected. But I do think it will go off fine when all is said and done. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. You know, he botched the entire investigation. Yeah. He completely botched it. That was a slam dunk that OJ did it, and he botched it. He completely botched it and let his prejudice get in the way. Yeah, he can rot. He can rot. I mean, she's not pretending to sing when she's, like, upside down, being held by this guy. She's not pretending to sing. Yeah, they've been dropping. Yep, you can get them for under $100 now. You can get into certain group match games for under 100. They're starting to get into double digits. Turns out FIFA overestimated the demand for an African team against an Asian team in Kansas City. No one wants to pay, like, $2,000 for that. How's it going, Demon? Appreciate you being here. That last line about the sponsor was awesome. Being honest, I appreciate you a ton. That means a lot to me. Yeah, that was a fun video put together. That was a really fun video. When I found that story, I'm like, I have to tell it because that was so funny. I was like, that is such a funny story that he didn't even change the thing. He just, like, was like, I'm not going to mess with my superstition. I'm just going to tape it. That was a fun story. I appreciate that a ton, man. That means a lot to me. Tomorrow's video should be about the Rams. The iPhone 17 game Apple's doing on Saturday with MLS. Yes, I saw that. I have no expectations for that. As an old cast, I don't hate it, but as the main broadcast, that doesn't seem fair to, that does not seem fair to the fans who paid money to watch that. Yeah, this World Cup finale will crash. I said the last time with the Club World Cup, they'll crash harder. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got screwed on hotel price because of blocking. Yep. Well, now they have to unblock them. They have FIFA, like, 70% of them. Try sing upside down, son of a bitch, until he stopped. Yeah. In the rain, Coachella. She didn't even try it. Like, she didn't pretend it. All right. She performs in the rain. All right. Well, there are timestamps on this one. All right. Here we go. The block hotel is horrible practice. Oh, it is. 100%. Yeah, FIFA's screwing people over with this one. Out of 3 owners, who was more hated because they backstabbed the city? Ooh. More hated? Spanos is last. Yeah, the Woodson video going through the Eagles locker room. Yeah, I don't know why they designed the stadium that way. Yeah, I'd say Modell. I mean, I was about to say that Golden Steel, that a fan literally, like, urinated on his grave. Minneapolis is a draft city. I think they're going to do a good job. I've never been to Minneapolis, but I've always wanted to go see Mall of America. I think they'll do a pretty good job. Yeah, I would say Modell. Or say the way he left, middle of the night, but Modell was easily the most hated. Retire the 18? I don't think they'll retire the 18. Yeah, she's not even pretending to sing on this one. Like, the choreography is even, like, it's pretty basic. So I don't even know if she's not singing on this. The Cleveland got Browns back because of litigation. Because they had to take him to court. Mall of America, yeah, my sister and my mom went. I've never been. Yeah, they might not get used for a while now. So they retired the 3 across NASCAR. Carolina 6, I have Carolina in 5. I got that, Jackson, yeah. San Diego gets a team back. They put NFC West rather than AFC West. Yeah, she said pretending to sing on this. Well, the audience is just standing there lifelessly. Like, they don't even know how to react to this. Checkmate, setting a flow state for 200 joules. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to say fiction, John Storr. I think they would be back in the AFC. I have Avs in 7. I had Avs in 6 before McCarr got injured. Now I'm going to take him in 7. How I find these stories? I just dig through newspaper archives like crazy. 64 teams for the 2030 World Cup. Well, they say one-off. It's not going to be a one-off because they see the money in it. Hopefully it doesn't happen. 64 is too much. Italy still wouldn't find a way to qualify. It's the funniest part. Have San take over Raleigh? I don't know about that. I don't know. There's not a lot of Canadians who live in North Carolina. I'm not sure they're going to sell their tickets. Appreciate checking out that one. But yeah, I go on newspapers.com and I just browse the archives for hours on end and hope to strike gold. And that time I struck gold. There's another one coming out tomorrow about the Rams back in the 80s. Second to a high fashion Coachella. All right. Appreciate you on that one, Zach. Favorite defunct newspaper I've come across. I would say Houston Post. I would say the Houston Post. 64 is way too much. I agree. All good, still appreciate you, man. More sense to the West because of the geographic rivalries match the Padres. But they've always played AFC. 64 El Salvador still not qualified. All right, high fashion. Because that one sucked. Yeah, but I want to have them take on the Chargers. They'll definitely want to have games where they take on the Chargers. Just flipping heels? Okay. 64 for the World Cup. Too many teams. It doesn't guarantee the fact they can even qualify. That's the crazy part. All right. You know, I'm trying to sing the chorus. You can tell the audio difference from the verse versus the chorus. Right, Mariners and Padres, I mean the Vetter Cup, that's not really a rivalry. Ooh! Okay, that flip was pretty cool. I mean, she is athletic. She is very athletic. Do I think Jared Bednar is a good coach? Absolutely. He's done a hell of a job with the Avs. I don't know anyone that's clamoring for him to get fired. I think he's a hell of a coach. I mean, what, 4 straight seasons with 100-plus points? That doesn't happen by accident. So it's like some of this choreography, like, I get the flip not singing, but like this one in the chorus where she's just dancing with the guys in the tuxedos. This isn't like advanced choreography. Like, I don't get why she's not even singing during this. Second Zero Tattoo Heart. I did like her first album a lot. We'll do the we'll do that one next. There's no baseball team in the Mariners are their number one rivals. I think you're right on that one. It'll also be a palate cleanser. I really liked her first album. I think Honeymoon Avenue is one of her best songs. Oh god, when she tries at the high notes in the chorus, oh god. In the NFL top 10 lists, they used to be very good. Thanksgiving whole state Middlesboro, I think Middlesboro. I think whole city's going through too many distractions right now. Yeah, young Ariana, yep. Still in victorious Ariana. Hosting away at my house next week? You're hosting an entire... Wow. Godspeed. Godspeed on that. That'll be hectic, I'm guessing. Alright. Alright, Tattoo Heart. MA 2013. Yeah, the acapella to start the show, like, yeah, she's serious. Whew! And that F sharp like that. Yeah, how big's the wedding is the question. She doesn't sing the chorus because her vocal coach says she has building up her stamina breath control. That her stamina sucks. Like, it's not like it's advanced choreography there. I get in the first one with the flip. But also, considering the fact that Pink does, like, acrobatics while singing perfectly. This performance is great. Oh, very small. Oh, that's not bad then. I thought we were talking like a 150-person wedding. I'm like, oh, okay. I like the stripped down staging on this one. And the stripped down beat. Oh, not more than me and family. Oh, that's not bad. Thoughts on Southampton? Oh, it's the funniest thing. It's the absolute funniest thing. Like, at least if you're gonna cheat, be good at it. They cheated to they didn't even win the games they cheated at, and to just have an intern hide behind a tree. You know, she delivers on this. She delivers on this performance. Like, it's stripped down, but you can get away with stripped down if you got the vocals like this. When's the wedding set big? Okay, that's good then. That's good. You know, I'm not a wedding person at all. I'm not a wedding person. Are you always like 30 people? Oh, that's not bad at all. I'm sure my sister's wedding will not be that. The flip was cool. Yeah, I gave you some Ariana. Yep, palate cleanser. Sounds like a Brown's Genius scandal from like 2013 and 2014. Oh, this is a million times worse. She nails that key change. I think the best part about Ariana is that she knows how to show restraint, which is not easy when you can sing that well. Like, she's not showing off. Like, Christina Aguilera, she seems like she's showing off every time, and it takes away from the song. That's what a lot of these singers also on Idol struggle with. But she knows how to show restraint. Sister's wedding next August. Man, mine in Vegas out of state during COVID? Oh. That's a smart idea then. They might have set themselves years back. Yep. Oh, and they'll get sued by their players, and yeah, it's going to be crazy. He was around there yet. Well, Kelly Clarkson's done one. Like, she knows how to show restraint. Ariana Broadway training. Yep. Southland was way dumber. Yep. It's next August. Not this August. Next August. You regret not going to a wedding of your best friends from high school, man. I've passed on a few weddings just because of work, and just I'm not a wedding person. Depends on the person, but because of work. I ever say that? Oh, yep, it happens so often. Where it's like, okay, I don't even know what the song sounds like anymore. It's like, yes, you can hit some of those notes. I don't know what song you're even singing, though. It happens way too often. Where it's like, I don't know what song it is. You missed it? Oh, next August. Not this August, next August. Before preseason, it's actually timed perfectly. It's actually timed pretty perfectly. Yeah, Bengals are favorites win 15-17. Yeah, this is a good year to fade them. Because obviously, they're not going 15-2. They're not going 15-2. Why don't we just pick the underdog in every game against the Bengals if you come out on top? Because of the money line, you probably would come out on top. You just bet him the underdog straight up in every game. You played spring semester, let's go. Congratulations, man. Yeah, no, Circle Life should not have runs. No. Unless, like, the final chorus. If you want to do it, like, the key change on the Broadway one, we find a way. If you want to do that, like that, I'm fine with that. What day in August? Oh, it's like early August. It's before football starts. So I can go and not worry about anything. My friend's a big one with the wedding. Yeah, it'd be so cool if they survive Bundesliga relegation with how small their squad is. Yeah, how long away engaged couples plan it? Yeah. I mean, a year's not bad, but I mean, there's sometimes where it's like they get engaged and the wedding's not until like 3 years later. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, the Southampton sucked before the cheer was born as manager. Yeah, they're gonna be in trouble. All right, let's see the Tim Hortons video. So I have no idea what happened here. Okay, there's no audio. It's store security video. Okay. Okay, so woman enters. Nothing's happened so far. So woman enters the store. No, he's not your ace anymore. I'd see if you can trade him. At this point, I'd see if you can get a haul for him. Alright, so just waiting in line. Oh no. There's another guy at the counter. Oh no, it's not on your birthday. No, it's before preseason starts. You with wanting high C sharp? Yep. Yeah, the voice, yeah. Where it's like your artistry is that's part of why they haven't produced a winner, like a star in 30 seasons or however many seasons it is, because it's like, okay, yeah, they sound good, but I don't know what the song is. Yeah, Southampton, they're gonna be probably mid-table next year, especially with a points deduction. All right, so far this seems pretty normal. We only have store security footage. So far seems pretty normal. Hey, now she's pointing at someone. I'm not sure what she's pointing at. She looks very good for 75. Like, she seems very fit for being 75, but now we have it's 2v1. Okay, I'm not sure what the complaints is. Okay, they're getting in their face. That's a problem. Oh, wait. Who shoved first? Hang on a second. Who shoved first? The employee put the hands on her first. Do we hand show tonight? No, I'm going to the game. Who wins? I think Carolina wins in 5, so I think they win tonight. Okay, she shoved first, but the employee put the hands on first. So that's an appropriate response to shove when someone puts their hands on you. So the employee was the first to initiate the... Oh! Wait, that's a punch. Wait. That's a punch. Wait. That didn't happen the first time. Okay. Never mind. That's yeah. Yeah, the second one's a punch. It should be charged. Yeah, the second one's a punch. Yeah, that will fight breaks out. You can't claim self-defense when you punch someone. Or something like that. You deliver a sucker punch, you can't claim self-defense. Well, she was the one that died in this, right? Yeah, she was the one that died. She was the one that died. Employee was putting hands out, can we not? And then the punch. Yeah, well, she punched, yeah. I think that's self-defense. And it wasn't like anything excessive. It's not like he pulled out a gun or anything. He just tackled her to the ground after... I'll link the video. But he tackled her to the ground after he punched her. That's self-defense. That's self-defense. Southern should have been relegated from the championship. That would have been the funniest outcome. Right, and she got back up, too. So you can't even say... fiction on that one, John. So their ownership's a mess. They're probably mid-table next year in League One. She got back up, too, so you can't even, like, necessarily say that was the cause of it. That's self-defense. That's self-defense. She was the one who instigated by getting up in their face. She then threw the punch. She threw the punch. And she got back up afterwards. So it wasn't even like his actions caused her death. Apparently it's due to high blood pressure. You know, that's self-defense. That should not be... He should not be charged. He should not be charged at all with that. He lightly... I mean, he touched her first, but I think because she was going to go into the back. Yeah, I feel bad for the employee, yeah. Because she was going to go into the back. So he was just trying to restrain her. Then the shove came. He then didn't really respond. He just kind of stood there and was like, don't do that. And then she threw the punch, and then appropriate response to tackle her to the ground. That's, like, proportional. Someone punches you, you tackle them to the ground. Didn't pull out a weapon or anything, and then she died of high blood pressure. Yeah, that's... Hopefully he doesn't get charged. I feel bad for the employee there. I feel bad for the employee. He should not be charged. Wednesday finish above Leicester in League One. I'm going to go fiction on that. I'll go fiction on that. Yes, some states have duty to retreat. I mean, after he gets sucker punched, though. It was right after the sucker. It wasn't like, I'm not sure what duty you have to retreat there. Yeah, English Championship saying Sheffield went to with 0 points. Yep, because of the points deduction. The employee was doing the job, may have gone a bit too far, but otherwise proportional response. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like the tackle to the ground didn't come 15 seconds after the punch. It came right after. It came right after. So, like, it was a way to defend himself from a sucker punch. Yeah, I get you on that one, Jackson. Yep, I get you there. Breaking news for the Rams. Let me see. Did someone pop up? Matthew Stafford, 1 year, $55 million extension. There we go. Not surprised. He wasn't going to play at a lame duck year. I'm not surprised. Not surprised by that. Yeah, they're not gonna let the contract run out. Yeah. Oh, that's awful, David. Yeah, she was pointing her finger in the face of the employees. The employee put her hand on her, tried to break it up. It wasn't like a shove. He didn't try to assault her. He just was like, he put his hands on her, saying like, don't come in the back. Just back away. Like, we can de-escalate this. Then she shoved. He then came up and said, don't do that. She throws a punch. And then at that point, tackle. And then she died of high blood pressure, not even because of the tackle. He's in the clear. He should be, at least. So they're playing 2 more years? Seems like it, yeah. Seems like it. He should be in the clear with that. It's tragic what happened. Absolutely tragic, but... But after a sucker punch, that is a proportional response to push someone to defend yourself. She went into a restricted area, we're about to go into a restricted area. He never extended his arms at any point. He put his arms on her, but he never extended his arms. He was the first to touch, but he never extended his arms. What she did was not proportional. What he did was, and again, he wasn't even the cause because of high blood pressure, who's to say would have happened before. Because she got back up. Yeah, hopefully nothing happens to the employee. Because that's just a tragic situation. Feel bad for the employee there. You 55 million for the young, but MVP. Yep, future Hall of Famer. Simmons as a prospect. I mean, I think if any team was going to get him, the Rams are a great spot to get him because he's not ready yet, but he can be. He can develop very nicely. Like, he's in a very good spot to develop. All right, let me put this chat with you. $5 or more gets to win. Clocks at 0. Rams retire 9 if he wins the second ring. Fact. 2 rings plus MVP. Fact. 100% fact. You do exactly what the Packers did with Love. I mean, it worked out for them. That worked out. The best time to get your franchise quarterback is before you need one. Don't force them into a situation. I don't hate it. If any team was going to get Simpson, I think the Rams are actually a very good spot. All good on that one, David. All good on that. You have to take time off. If that happened to me too, I'd have to take time off. He's not that good. I mean, he's top half. He's a top half quarterback. It's borderline top 10. The rest of the employees, yeah, that's... The employees, animals? I think you watch the footage, they were not the ones acting like animals there. What? That doesn't make any sense, Zach. That's the crazy part. How's it going, RFK? I appreciate you being here. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, your mother's gone, and it's sad that she's gone, but it was her own doing as to why she's gone. It was her own doing. She got in the face of an employee, then punched him for no reason. Over I don't even know what. Like, there's no audio, but over what? Like, surely it's not a life or death matter to Tim Hortons at 8 o'clock in the morning. Why is 18 on the go-to thing? Kyle Busch. Y'all keep burning us? Well, why are you... What do you mean, why y'all keep burning us? I mean, you're coming after them. You're coming after the police for not doing their jobs when they absolutely did in that spot. Oh, you didn't hear that, RFK? No, it just happened like an hour ago. Yeah, it just happened like an hour ago. Dang with the fire, appreciate you, man. Press the Brat Pack, watch Caillou, New York City, but Caillou blames the Statue of Liberty. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, let me put this one in. You know, he died earlier today. Yeah. I get you on Jackson. Yeah, the Braves are a darn good team. Is Stafford extension not surprised by that? He's not going to be on a lame duck year. I'm not surprised. Most excited for? I think Hamilton. I want to see what they do. Do you know how he died? We know he was sick, but we don't know. We don't know what exactly. I think there was something internally, but we don't know like what. How's it going, Kenneth? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I think if the Lions, if it can't be the Lions, Stafford to get one more ring. Yeah. All right. Who died? Kyle Busch. Canned mushrooms went very wrong in the fridge that were nearly oof. Yeah, Detroit. I mean, Detroit's gonna be hit. Hamilton's the one. Like Detroit, we know it's gonna do well. Like Detroit's not. Like nothing's gonna be shocking with Detroit. We know they're gonna do well, attendance wise, and market wise. Hamilton's the interesting one where that could open up the doors for a lot. Vegas is the least one I'm excited about. I think at some point the bubble's gotta pop. Yeah, that literally could have killed you. She does not accept the police account, believes her motion. So we say, well, look at the footage then. Just look at the footage. I don't know what. I don't know what more. Like, yes, your mother should still be alive, but she's not because she went around assaulting employees. Like, you're right. She should be alive, but she's not because she went around assaulting employees and sucker punched one of them. Everyone's like the playoffs in 27. I'm going to say fiction. Chicago would be a good market. Chicago would be a very good market. Dark Clouds over the Lenovo Center. Ooh, Rager 4 with the 5. Appreciate you a ton. Any section I recommend at Chase Field? Ooh, might go tonight. Yeah, I'll be at the game tonight. I'm going to be at the game tonight. Any section I recommend? Well, I know, like, you can get bleacher seats pretty cheap. Depends, like, do you have kids? Because if you have kids, I would say left field because the Sandlot is the place to be. The Sandlot's like the playground area where a lot of kids go. There's really not a bad seat in the house. I think the only thing is that if you're gonna sit in the upper deck, I wouldn't sit too high up. Not because it's a bad sight line, but because the steps are very steep. It is a very high climb. That upper deck is massive. There's not a bad seat, but it's very, very massive. How like it's a huge climb. It's a steep climb and it's a huge climb up. So any section I recommend. I mean, there's really not a bad seat in the house. Just me as a middle-aged dude. Okay. Yeah, I would say. I mean, as long as you're not like above the first 15 rows of a 300, you're in a good spot. And it should be pretty cheap. It's a weeknight game against the Rockies. It should be pretty cheap tonight too. So. Was LeBron almost guaranteed to be Hall of Fame to go into the league? Yes. He was. Legitimately. He was legitimately believed to be a Hall of Famer before going to the league. Wow on that one, Simmer. I'm going to say wow. I appreciate the 5 on that one. And the thing, too, is that the ushers are pretty chill. You can move around. Like, obviously, like, don't try to go behind home plate, but you can move around pretty easily. Take up empty seats and whatnot. All right, let me see. Yeah, like, I want to see if I can find, like, an actual newspaper article, like... Part 9's recorded beautiful. Yeah, and somebody exceeded expectations. Yep, that's the craziest part. That's the craziest part. One city I never traveled to that I think could make an interesting travelogue. Sydney. Definitely Sydney, Australia. Yeah, like literally. I'll show you too if you wanted that one, Vaughn. But yeah, literally. The hype is almost impossible for him to live up to. They kind of set you up for failure. Unparalleled expectations. $90 million Nike endorsement before he even played a game. The media hyping him up as the next Michael Jordan. Is LeBron a rock at the start of his career? Yes. Like, hyped as the next Michael Jordan. The LeBron James era has begun. The next Michael Jordan. James is expected to become an instant all-star and bring Cleveland its first world championship in any sport since 1964. Yeah, no, the hype was legit. Yeah, 17 years old and get 90 million. Yep. And he still keeps a level head. That's the craziest part. He still keeps a level head. Yeah, they actually lived to the media hype. Yep. Rams extend Stafford by 1 year. Yeah, by 1 year. They just still want him on a lame duck contract. Crosby or Ovechkin, they were hyped, but not like LeBron. They were hyped, but definitely not like LeBron. The most hype I've seen coming out for hockey is McDavid. Yeah, they got that part right. Yep. They somehow got that. They call him the next Michael Jordan. The expectations were so high, and he exceeded them. Grizzlies won that draft and got LeBron. They'd have some titles by now. The Grizzlies would have some titles. I can tell you that much. The Grizz would have some titles. But he was legit, like... But it's not hindsight bias. He legit was expected to be a Hall of Famer right off the bat. It's like 38, 39. Yeah, but they weren't going to do him on a lame duck contract. Yeah, LeBron, he'll end in Cleveland. I think it's going to end his time in Cleveland. The question is when. His final year will be in Cleveland. I think he's going to play one more in LA and then one more in Cleveland, then that's it. Ben Simmons, he was not supposed to be that, no. He couldn't shoot. And also, he didn't lead LSU to the tournament. He had some character issues. He didn't lead LSU to the tournament. I never got the hype on Simmons. I'm not ready either, Detroit. It's going to be like a part of my childhood is gone. All right, we have 2 ChatGPTs as things stand. Again, if you like what you see, like button, subscribe. $5 more gets to it at this point. We start with the Brat Pack. With, that is 2 phone hits, yep. We start with the Brat Pack. Stars 3-1 bomb, all right. 3-2, all right. So, the Brat Pack goes to Cubs, Phillies, Wrigley Field. Here we go. Ben Simmons was great before the trade. Fultz a surprise top pick? A little bit. There's definitely some debate about who was going first. That's what ESPN was saying. Well, ESPN they were just talking out the butts on that one. The Ben Simmons hype was not LeBron level. The only 2 guys I've seen the hype as LeBron level, even close, was Wemby and Zion. Why does that say Blue Jays? I have no idea. I have no clue. A sea of Cubs jerseys flood the sidewalks. Vendors shout. The smell of hot dogs and popcorn hang in the air like a greasy cloud of destiny. Lumber Bear marches toward the entrance. Look! Real baseball! This is going to be historic. Yeah, Tom Brady's floor was 0 yards. Yeah, 6th round pick, not surprised by that. Why couldn't we go to the Blue Jays game instead? Because I hate the Blue Jays. Web's birthday coming up? Oh, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. Hopefully you get something good. I'm going to Circle K by me? Yeah, there's a lot of them out here. Beat it with a fiber. Brat Pack figure out how to show their show back on online site. All right, here we go. Vote in favor of the non-binding agreement. Oh, let's go. Hopefully they can stay in Tampa. But Cubs Phillies, I did, yes. I put Cubs Phillies in there. I put Cubs Phillies. Because I hate the Blue Jays. Why? Because they have blue in the name and I hate that dumb I'm Blue song. Yeah, exactly, Fortnite. Yeah, Wemby's lived up to the hype. Zion, underwhelming. He was healthy too this year and he just was not that good. That doesn't even make sense. Every time I hear it, I get mad. I don't even like baseball. I thought we were going to Chuck E. Cheese. No, we are not. We are not going to Chuck E. Cheese after everything Caillou has done. No, he was. And he got 0 yards. He literally had 0 yards as a rookie. I thought this was my special day. It's baseball. Everybody loves baseball. We now are inside Wrigley Field. Caillou holds a hot dog. Little Princess fans herself. DW kicks the seat in front of her. Zach Wheeler fires strike 1. Strike 2. Strike 3. Why are the Cubs already losing baseball? Big bust of Zion, underwhelming. I would say he's not a bust. I would say Dan Wilkinson is a good comparison. I'd say Dan Wilkinson is the equivalent to Zion Williamson. If you want an NFL equivalent compared to what he was expected to do and how his career turned out, Dan Wilkinson is the equivalent. It's actually like a perfect one-to-one comparison. They're not losing yet. Well, they're not winning either. That is also true. This game is boring. Nobody's even tackling each other. Yep, that's football. That's wrong sport. Oh, yeah, I love a submersion in the ballpark. I love that. So I got season tickets. Got another ChatGPT prompt from the Caillou AL video. Let's go. The players should wave to me. Nobody waves. This is the worst day of my life. We're now in the 3rd inning. The Cubs still have no hits. Wheeler strikes out another batter. Why can't the Cubs hit the ball? I don't know. Maybe the Cubs forgot how. Tell him to stop being bad immediately. I can't control baseball. Dan Wilkinson, he was a defensive tackle on the Bengals. He was the first overall pick by the Bengals in the 1994 NFL draft. And he was expected to be a Hall of Famer. Or close to it. He was expected to be the next great defensive tackle. He was expected to be the next Merlin Olsen, Bob Lilly. Like, he was expected to be really good. He was fine. He was fine. He was not that. The floor for him was Jerome Brown. Honestly, the floor was the guy who was gone way too soon, Jerome Brown. The only stuff can control baseball, yep. Yeah, 95 is Kajana Carter. But the Bengals took the first pick in 95. That also didn't work out for them. But he was fine. But he wasn't anything like crazy good. He was above average. Decent. But not the next Jerome Brown. Yeah, Reggie Bush. Well, Reggie Bush is a weird one. I did a video about Reggie Bush with Stark Raving Sports. He got injured a lot too. About why he didn't work out in the NFL. He had no durability. Reggie Bush had no durability. It's crazy what... I did a video with Stark Raving on this one. I'll link it. T-Law big comparison to Zion? No, we surpassed that. T-Law surpassed that. Also, it's still very early for T-Law. Like, last year he played at an MVP level. Second half of last year he played at an MVP level. So, I think he surpassed that. I mean, Zion never got into the playoffs. Trevor's gotten them there twice. Yeah, Matt Leinart saying we just can't miss. Yep. Yeah, but Reggie Bush, you look at his numbers from the first half to the second half, it's crazy. Some running backs get better as the game goes on. Some stay the same. He got worse. But not just like legitimately worse. Like, he averaged about 4.5 yards per carry in the first half of games. Second half, it was like 3. He had no durability. The moment people hit him, he Sucked. You tackle him good, he's never going to play well for the rest of the game. Well, he's not a bust. He's just underwhelming. Zion's underwhelming. You picked the game. I didn't pick the score. If we went to the Blue Jays game, this wouldn't happen. The Blue Jays aren't even playing here this year. Then they should. Yep, that's how interleague works. Cubs batter pops out. Yeah, he's like the anti-Derrick Henry. Like, truly, the numbers, I cracked the numbers on him. It was just for a Stark raving. And it was just insane. Right now, as good as Kyle Busch might expect. No. Yeah, there's still time for Marvin Harrison Jr., but he was expected to be really good. And just with that way, too, yeah. Yeah, Marvin Harrison was can't miss. He's still fine, but he's not what he was expected to be. We'll see, though. We will see with him. I still hope for Marvin Harrison. We're now in the 5th inning. The kids look miserable. DW still soda herself. Caillou is upside down to see Little Princess has mustard on her dress. I hate perfect games. It's not a perfect game yet. It feels perfectly bad. One Cubs fan leans her. Hey, you can quiet down a little? No, it's not what he expected. No. Or he should be averaging a double-double at that size. Yes, he should be. Yeah, I think if he doesn't do anything again, I think Zion's a good comparison. I think if he doesn't do anything again. Yeah, Emmett got injured, yeah. Emmett and Corey, yeah, they have the top 2 picks in 92. Yeah, he could have been very good before the injuries. Yeah, everyone had more rushing yards than Reggie Bush in 2016. That is true. Rasmussen ain't quarterback good one throwing him the ball yet, but also dropped a lot. Like, we saw that Thursday game. He's dropped a lot. Right, he got drafted for the Cardinals. Again, part of it's the quarterback. Part of it is he's dropped a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It's like the game against the Dolphins with the fumble return. Larry Johnson? I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by Larry Johnson on that. Like for first, like as a comparison? Oh, as a comparison? Yeah, I think that's fair. Actually, that's a pretty fair comparison right now. Right now, I'd say Larry Johnson. That's a very good comparison, actually. Can you guys quiet down a little? No, I'm experiencing suffering. Yeah, this baseball game stinks. I was convinced at first I was thinking like Larry Johnson, NFL, and I'm like, wait, what does he have to do with anything? I'm like, oh, the basketball player. Yes, UNLV player, yes. Because my mind was thinking football first. I'm like, Larry Johnson, like the Chiefs back? Like, he was good. I don't know what he has to do with anything here. You think I like this? Wheeler strikes out another Cub. He did it again! Oh, I like his hype? Oh, yeah. He had hype. Wasn't like crazy hype the way that like Wemby or LeBron had, but he had hype. You know, Lostman only won to not become close. No. Caleb Williams in his prime, I think top 10. Ellen Brand, yeah. Injury to insult everyone, one of the worst teams in 91. Yep. LeBron was on the Warriors dynasty. How many more titles do they win? Well, they win 2016. They win 2019. They win 2020. I'd say they win 3 more. Travis Elson? Probably not on that. Yeah, they went 9-7 the next year, even though they had no offense. Bennett Sealing was a role player. Bennett Sealing was a guy that's going to average about 12 a game. Like, no one liked that pick when it happened. Why the Cubs just hit a home run? Are they stupid? Baseball is hard. Yeah, you're not paying per set. No reason to pay per set. No reason to. We sucked last year. You went 1-11. It's a garbage time merchant. You drafted Carson Beck. You signed Garner Minshew. Britt said has no ties to the current coach. Why on earth would you give in to his demands? Then why are we watching it? We're now in the 8th inning. No hits for the Cubs. He's supposed to be good? Yeah. Wait, so nobody got a hit all day? Yeah. That's embarrassing. If I were the Cubs, they simply would have gotten hits. Yeah, the worst 9-win team ever. Yep. Yes, they are. Sam Bowie, yeah. Sam Bowie, man. The guy in between Olajuwon and Jordan. Yeah, I cover the Busch news. Yep, I have the yeah, just absolutely tragic. Tragic. I have the 18 on the other screen. Yeah, I would have hit it super far. You gave it all the bat right, DW. I could if I wanted to. A Cubs batter grounds out. The same groans. This is your fault. Yeah, Shane got extended. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no clue why he got extended on that. Yeah, LeBron's floor was higher than that. Oh, easily. Oh, it wasn't even close. LeBron's floor was Hall of Fame. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Doherty. Yeah, I don't know like the hype around Doherty, but obviously he was a very good player. Yeah, I think that's fair comparison. 49ers. I think it's fair comparison. Have we know if there was 2 center the best for not taking Jordan? Because the game was won with big men down there, and he was a surefire thing. Yeah, Wayne Fonte really was Rasputin. Yep, every time he was about to get fired, he weasels his way out. Yeah, Carson back before GTA 6, yes. This is your fault. How? You picked the wrong game. I didn't know there'd be a perfect game. Well, you should have known. A proper host predicts baseball outcomes. Yeah, my grandma predicts weather with her knees. What does that even mean? That isn't the same thing. Now in the 9th inning, 2 outs. Wheeler throws, fly ball, center field, game over. Phil's perfect game. I demand a refund on sports. $55 million, not surprised with that. Right in market line, right in line with what guys top 12 are getting. This is the worst baseball game ever made. Nobody even fought the pitcher. I just want us to have fun. No, Wayne was pretty hyped out of college. Well, we didn't. You ruined baseball forever. He was a consensus number 1. And now the Cubs are probably grounded. I think Bancaro was probably upset as Zion, where he was not hyped out of college. How are the Cubs grounded? Because they did bad. That is true. If you picked the Blue Jays game, this wouldn't have happened. The Blue Jays don't even play here this year. Then they should build another schedule until they do. Beautiful. All right, let me put beat-ups prompt in. Yeah, they ruined one perfect game. Makes sense that they ruined a different one. Yep. One Prince about the game? Yeah, probably. Wouldn't shock me. And also, like, the Rockets don't get a lot of flack for taking Olajuwon because that was always expected. When you look at mock drafts back in '84, they all have Olajuwon going first overall. Detroit with a 5 appreciation man. Caillou joins Reagan's banner for saying LeBron James was a bust. Oh, boy. Like, it's almost why very few people criticize the Suns for taking Aiden over Luka. But everyone criticizes Bagley. Of each decade, I have to think about that one. I don't know. I'm going to come back to that one. Playoff games tonight. Give me the Canes. Give me the Knicks. Ban them. They're too good, yeah. All right. The least hyped in the last 10 years, Bancaro. No. Zachary. The Hawks player. I forgot he was number 1. That's how bad he was, the Hawks player. No one was hyped about him. Not one person thought anything of him. Yeah, Wheeler's the most likely to do it. Yes, I agree with you on that one. Let me put these prompts in. Yeah, the least hyped was easily Zachary. Easily the Hawks player. That was the worst year to get the number 1 pick. Yeah, forgettable number 1, yep. Necessary roughness. The dad from 10th thing say about you. Young Jason Bateman, young Rob Schneider. Sinbad. Rob Schneider is a stapler. Oh, you kids can be very well rested, yep. Yeah, I keep forgetting he exists, yeah. Me too. Where did he fall in the 2025 class with his hype? This class, he wouldn't be in the lottery. On about 25. Probably edge of the lottery. This year, not even in the lottery. This year, he'd not be close to the lottery. How is it so weak? COVID eligibility kind of screwed some people over. It was really the last COVID year. Yeah, the only good player was Castle. Yeah, yeah. People forget Trevor Walker was first, but at least he was a very good player. Yeah, we passed on Hutch for him, but he's a heck of a player. Like I have no issues with Walker. He's very good. Yeah, Shane has some dirty pictures. I don't know how he's still employed. It's the first for Bateman and Schneider. How far they've come. Yeah, about to be in a loss. Yep. Seems like it. Let me get these prompts in. I'm going to save the nuke one for last, just because it's Caillou launching a nuke. So, I mean, we know it's going to be good. So the second worst pick after Bennett, based on expectations when he was drafted. Yeah, the Hawks were kind of screwed. That was a weak class, and Alex Starr didn't want to play for them. So he was, I don't want to say the obvious first overall pick, but it was kind of one of those where we knew it was a weak class, and the Hawks, their hands were kind of tied. Bennett came out of nowhere. Bennett, there was no justification for Bennett. Like, we knew Zach was going first, because that was where the cookie crumbled. The most forgotten first overall quarterback. We're just going to count modern era. Just modern era on this one. I think Bryce Young will get there. I think Bryce Young, Cam Ward, but Jeff George. I think people forget he was first overall just because... Well, Cam Ward's too early. Not counting guys who are still playing. I think it's too early. I would probably go Jeff George just because he did nothing with the Colts. His most memorable moments and outbursts came when he was on other teams. So I'd probably go Jeff George on that one. Palmer? No, Palmer had a good career. No, Palmer is pretty well known. I mean, he's in the Ring of Honor for the Cardinals. He was very good in Cincinnati. Led to the playoffs a couple times. Played an MVP level. Bust from LeBron's class, Darko. And the Pistons still won the finals. Who's Cam Ward? Yeah, I gotta think about that one for nights. Because that's a good question. I don't know who like made one Pro Bowl versus none. Tim Couch is not a bad pick. Because he wasn't bad. He was just kind of thrown into a bad spot. And he was kind of meh. And forgetting was first. That's fair. Tim Couch stuff in college. Well, I went to Kentucky, so I have no way to say that. He deserved better, yeah. He deserved way better. I would never take, unless it's like a generational prospect, like Trevor Lawrence, Andrew Luck. If I'm an expansion team, I'm never taking a quarterback first. Never. You're throwing him into the fire behind a bad offensive line that will destroy his mechanics. Unless they're a generational quarterback. 3 defensive rookie of the year. Ooh. That's a good question. Okay, name them. We're going to try. I'm going to go Junior Seau. Oh, very much for Nets, yeah. Junior Seau. 3 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Melvin Ingram. Junior Seau. And did Smith win? The linebacker in the 80s? Did Billy Ray Smith win? No Habs games? No, unfortunately not. I'm going to the Diamondbacks game later tonight. Next week we're gonna be doing a lot of hockey next week. So don't worry, next week we're gonna be doing a lot of hockey. We'll do all the Stanley Cup games next week. But I'm going out tonight with to the Diamondbacks game. We will be live on Sunday for that. I appreciate you a ton on that one. Yeah, we will be live for hockey next week. Just a weird thing because I live in Arizona. I have season tickets to the Diamondbacks, so I go to the games. Panthers stick with Bryce Young. I think if they don't do good this year, I think they move on. Leslie O'Neal, Merriman, and Boza. Wow, so I was 0 for 3. Yep, that's impressive. I was 0 for 3. Man. Yeah, Boza was Rookie of the Year. Yep, I overthought it. I actually overthought that one. NASCAR retire 18 or 8? Probably not, no. Probably not. They didn't do it for Dale. The team could retire, but not league-wide. Appreciate you on that one. Appreciate that one, Rimiru. You rock and enjoy the D-backs. I will. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's do the ChatGPTs. We got 3 more in the queue. Again, $5 and more gets you in. We're going to start off with Caillou making a Reddit argument about Detroit. Or not, no, this one's from Detroit. About LeBron. Why does this website have so many buttons? I just want to tell people LeBron is bad. Rosie Wallace pass holding a juice box. LeBron good basketball, man. No, he's a bust. A big, fat, busty bust. He slams the keyboard. And he makes a post on the NBA subreddit. LeBron James is a bust, and I can prove it. 1. Everyone says he took over Toronto and called it LeBrono. But I looked on the map, and there is no LeBrono. It's a fake city. Terrible leadership. If he's king, why doesn't he wear a crown during games? Michael Jordan has more letters in his name, which means more points. LeBron went to the finals a lot, which means he lost a lot. He's too tall, which is cheating. Space Jam 2 made my applesauce fall off the couch. That's a legitimate argument. He now is getting blasted on Reddit. What are you talking about? Was he not very hyped out? He was not very hyped out, no. He was not supposed to go first overall. That kind of came very last minute. 100% be opposed to the sub? Oh, 100%, yeah. The NBA subreddit during, like, nephew hours is just drunk. If you sort by new. This may be the worst sports analysis I've ever seen. It does feel exactly what Caillou would say. LeBron was a nickname, dude. It's not real. Wow, then why is it even on the globe? Checkmate! He spins his toy globe. Remember, he has 2 in his place. And he falls off his chair. How old are you? 4.5! Well, that explains everything. No, it doesn't. I know sports. He grabs a crayon drawn off the floor. It's a stick figure labeled LeBum crying into a basketball. Gilbert's probably jealous. See evidence. That's a drawing. It's advanced analytics. You wouldn't understand. Also, LeBron can't be good because my dad said taxes are high. What does that even mean? Oh, that's funny, Ellie. I've never seen Space Jam 2. I've seen clips of it, and I have no desire to watch the full movie. Because taxes are high? The rise in taxes, how does this affect LeBron's legacy? Mods, please ban this kid. Seconded, thirded. No, you can't ban me! I have karma! It's negative karma. Your karma is literally in the negatives. His mom walks in carrying laundry. Caillou, why are you yelling at the computer? The internet is mean to me! What did you say? That LeBron is bad because he invented a fake Canada! Mommy pauses. He's suspended for spam, trolling, low-effort bait, and, like, everything. Caillou freezes. Wow! He kicks his legs. Reddit is rigged! LeBron paid them! He paid all of Canada! Rosie opens up YouTube. Basketball highlights. A LeBron dunk compilation starts playing. Turn it off! He's too tall! LeBron windmills over defenders and Caillou cries. Beautiful. It's a very logical argument. Space Jam 2 airs on TNT and TBS. Well, I've never watched TNT and TBS when Space Jam 2 is on. It's like one of the 10 movies they are on repeat besides like Aquaman. Beautiful. Red is rigged. I mean, it's not wrong there. He paid all of Canada. Yeah. LeBron paid Canada. That's why our taxes are so high. Rob with a 6. Appreciate you, man. Let me get you on. Brat Pack or Bratville JG9 picture test from today's video. Oh, God. Yeah, Kyle Busch, way too young. Way too young, Bobby. Just absolutely tragic. Fultz, big bust. Big time bust. He had no jump shot. He was the anchor of the process and couldn't do it. He was supposed to be the centerpiece of the process, and he sucked. They drafted Tatum. The process works. Sounds like social media, yep. Yeah, Aquaman plays like all the time on TBS. Yes, it does. And let me put this prompt in. Appreciate you guys. You guys coming hot tonight on this Q&A with T. MJ, Pippen, D Rose. Yeah, top 3 all time. Yeah, they could have gone Tatum. Yep, they could have gone Tatum and Brown, and they whiffed. Yeah, both about to start. Let's go. Mouse Fish should be in here. Best one-year wonder receiver I've seen, Patrick Jeffers. Patrick Jeffers, before the injury week 17 against the Packers. He could have been something. That injury killed him. That injury derailed him. Yeah, Luke Rayleigh, I don't know what that plan was the other night. Taking Rayleigh out to put in a guy with an OPS of like 520. Like that made no, it's like 380. His OPS. Who didn't get badly injured. Ooh. Hopefully it's not Brian Thomas. I mean, Justin Blackmon, but that's different circumstances. Yeah, Billy King, Brian Colangelo for the Celtics roster. Yep, you should. Ooh, best 1 year. David Boston? Was he 1 year wonder? I know he sucked with the Chargers. He was good in Arizona. I don't know if he was 1 year or not. Ooh, that name, that Yankee, man. My baseball knowledge is not the best with that. Let me think about this one. Steve Rose and Mattis, but it's too early. The first Jaguar game, yep, it was September 10th, 2006. Jaguars against the Cowboys, week 1 at Alltel Stadium. The Jaguars won 24-17. Byron Leftwich against Drew Bledsoe. America's game of the week, 425. Is that the worst contract in the history of free agency? I would say no. It was bad. It's definitely top 5. Nick Foles got $88 million from the Jaguars. He won no games. Probably Nick Foles. One of the signs for Kyle Busch at the Kansas game. I'm not surprised by that, especially with the race coming up. I mean, North Carolina's huge on racing, so I'm not surprised by that. Father Brad Adelaide, 7566. All right. Yeah, I mean, Nick Foles, $88 million, 4 seasons, won 0 games. Legalize steroids and facing the Marlins. Yeah, I think you missed the memo on that. All right, we're going to go with Rob's prompt. The Brat Pack fail my picture test. Where, oh, not that one. That's the wrong image. Michael Lambert's contract? It was bad. It was definitely bad. I wouldn't put it in the top 20, but it was bad. L. Leiter, man. Yeah, Joe Buck was on the call. Yep, it was the national game of the week. Yep. Foles got injured early. Yeah, but then he came back and then sucked. It wasn't injuries. He sucked. He came back and he sucked. Who won the game? The Jaguars. Jaguars won that one 24-17. And Mariah, her ninth number one at the time of today's video. Yep, fantasy. Gonna clip your subs because some are inactive or... Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's a thing. You know, Washington, they tried to build the best team of 1994 in the year 2000, which did not work. We're just going to pay Puka more than JSN. I think Puka's going to want that kind of money. I definitely think he's gonna want that kind of money. Only have one more number one. Oh, that's not true. Wait, that's definitely not true, Rob. Wait, what do you mean she only have one more number one? She had a way more. Always Be My Baby, Honey, Heartbreaker. Let's see, All I Want for Christmas Is You. We Belong Together. She had a lot of number ones. Mendoza falls on the hype train, number one overall quarterback. He's in the top half. Yeah, Boston Miami was a bust, yeah. Well, Boston also got suspended. He was a nutcase with the Chargers. He was a nutcase with them. Brock Osweiler with the Texans. Yeah, that was when we always knew was going to suck. That was when we always knew was going to be terrible. Because he never met with the Texans. That's definitely top 25. Last one did not go through, Bobby. Last comment did not go through. So, the last one I saw from him was best one-year wonder at wide receiver. The Mets have not played the Braves yet. Yep. Right, RCR may retire the number, but NASCAR's not going to retire the number. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? Today, in today's video, we're testing your observation skills. If you haven't seen today's video, I do that. Kevin Gifton Tendrils, appreciate you, man. Can you spot the differences between the two photos? One of them is Wayne Fonts wearing a Nike polo. One of them is him wearing an Antigua sweater. Look carefully. There are several obvious differences. The kids are watching my video. They're the same picture! No, they're not. One of them has a football air. I don't like this game. Why isn't it about princesses? Why is there an old sportsman? This is stupid already. Why does he have two shirts? Just pick one and stop confusing me. Okay, look closer. Zoom in. One of them has a Nike swoosh. The other has a giant knitted sweater. I trust more. Oh, that's not even close to Bortles. It's not even close. Because Bortles has done it before. I trust Bortles on that one. I know the difference is his face got older. Yeah, by a month. Yeah. No. The difference is that one picture is on the left and one's on the right. You know, that's also true, but that's not what I meant. Then your game is bad. This game is cheating. I should automatically win because I'm royalty. He changed nothing. It's literally just football grandpa standing there. I think one picture smells different. You can't smell a JPEG. Well, maybe you can't, but I can because I'm better than you. Okay, time's up. The differences were there's a Nike polo and an Antigua sweater. And that's a problem. What's a polo? You're literally wearing one right now, Caillou. You literally wear a polo every day. What's Antigua? Is that a dinosaur? Yeah, that's my list too, Vaughn. Yeah, that's a pretty fair list, I would say. I put Murray ahead of Young, but other than that, I think that's more than fair. Missing playoffs to disqualify you? Yes. For NFL, it should. I think it should. And it has for years at this point. Because most valuable, you can't be the most valuable if you provide no value to your team making the playoffs. I thought Nike was a battery company. This is the worst game ever invented. I demand a better one immediately. This doesn't make sense. I get the questions in Dora right all the time. What? Dora says, where's the mountain? And I find it. Yeah, she waits like 8 seconds. It's basically college level. One of the kids already. Yep, they're not rusty. Rest versus rust, I think we know. Dora didn't prepare me for sweaters. You failed me, Dora. You said there'd be backpacks and maps, not old football men in different shirts. I hate observation. Observation is annoying. I should get partial credit for being emotionally distressed. I still think they're the same picture. One man's wearing a sweater. People change clothes all the time. That proves nothing. I'm never looking at clothes again. What does that mean, Caillou? Does that mean you're going to streak naked for the rest of your life? Just going to live naked? Yeah, Canes are going to run away with this series, I think. Is he just going to be naked for the rest of his life? Yeah, shirts are too complicated. Same thing for LeBron Bear. He's just going to be naked for the rest of his life. Next game should be everyone telling me I'm correct. I want to go home. You are home. That's how you're watching this video. Then I want to leave home. You want to say the blue hair lawyer for fonts? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Not view. They already tied it? Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Marino wasn't. Well, I mean, not views the reason to make it. JJ Watt 2014. He did not deserve MVP. They made the playoffs, yeah, but he didn't make it. So either you make the playoffs or you don't. Wait, I sound like Crazy Steve when he watches Dora? That's a great thing. Obre Los Ojos! He probably does plan to tear down the house. Probably does. I mean, the land is more valuable probably with the house torn down. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I need emotional support. Do I not need to see that mental picture? No, I do not. Next up, the Brat Pack. After the show on Sirius got canceled, they try to restart the show, revive it. Here we go. We're inside Little Princess Castle Playroom. Why did Sirius XM fire us? We were famous. She collapses on a beanbag throne. I was born to be adored by the masses. Yeah, it's going to say funny time. Yeah, I think so. But you still need to, yeah. He's not going to answer. It's not his problem at this point. Maybe radio is dumb anyways. Caillou stares at the laptop screen. Wait, what's Kick? It's a website where people stream. Oh, why would you know what? Yeah, that's a good. Why does he know what Kick is? It's a website where people stream stuff. It says people on there can do whatever they want. That gives me an idea. The Tiny Terror Hour 2, we're bringing it back. Bloody Wanker Edition. Oh, no. So they're streaming on Kick. You know, clean. I mean, they can still sue you afterwards for the for cleaning fees. They can still get you there. Like, no, you just do what you're supposed to do. Because there's still going to be a bunch of debris afterwards. There's going to be excess debris they have to clean out. That's going to cost money. One viewer immediately leaves. Caillou jumps into frame and starts kicking the air repeatedly. It's called Kick, so you have to kick. So Caillou's just kicking the entire time. Is this part where we do some kicking? I don't think that's what it means. Yes, it does. He continues doing a kick line in the background. Greetings, loyal subjects. Today we will discuss betrayal. Vita made fun of me online, and JG9 too. Caillou continues kicking in the background. Arthur watches Kick probably. Bloody wanker up! Bloody wanker up! Frankly, everyone who criticizes me is a bloody wanker. Yeah, a huge bloody wanker. Why is the bald kid kicking? Someone give Caillou water. This stream feels illegal. Yeah. Barf, do you mix? Yep, karaoke tonight. Yep. The half-off song is song 2. Caillou keeps kicking in the background non-stop. He's now breathing heavily. Well, it depends what the contract says. I don't know on that one, Killer. But they'll try and come after you for every penny. They're going to try and come after you for every penny. If the house was in a condition where it's going to cost more to destroy it, then they can come after you for that. I walk my dog? All good, Isaac. Grape Soda's name is a kicker. Yes, it is. I love Kick! LeBron Bear turns on 15 filters at once. Everyone has giant bug eyes. Why do I look like a potato? W laughs and shoots milk out her nose. You look like a bloody wanker potato! Energy Jungle Karaoke in a baseball game? I found a way to make it work. I have to do a video later tonight, so. Baseball game karaoke video. It's going to be a long night, but it's going to be fun. Stop laughing at me! Caillou is drenched in sweat. If you stop kicking, they delete your account! Nobody said that. I don't want to get banned! He continues kicking. The camera shakes. Please stop harassing people. Oh, no, I agree. Yeah, the fact that Mets haven't played in Atlanta, I think that's actually a good point. No! They started it! I'm being silenced by society. For that, I drive to Chase Field. So I park underneath the bar, and I'll walk from the bar to Chase Field, and then go back to the car, or back to the karaoke bar and whatnot. So on Thursday nights, I'll drive to the game. I'll get parking underneath the bar. Caillou slows down. He then wheezes while kicking. Kick. He then falls backward. He passes out. Did Kick kill Caillou? What? I need apple juice. The chat explodes. He's down, man down. Little dude ran out of battery. This is all V-Dub's fault. The stream gets suspended, which is impressive on Kick. Stream ended for community guideline violations with Caillou dying on the air. Well, we only streamed for an hour. That's not fair. Can somebody carry me again? Jeez. Yeah, it turns out you have to kick if you're on Kick. Caillou is passed out. Normal day on Kick. Yep, day that ends in Y. Someone dying on Kick is a day that ends in Y. Beautiful. All right. We have one more thing in the queue. Parking at Chase with student discount. Well, I don't park at Chase. I park at the bar. I don't know what the rate is for that. I don't know if you get a discount. I don't know what the rate is. 2-1 Habs. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what the rate is, but because I just walked all the games. I only drive to like 7 games a year, and that's like Thursday nights. If Caillou died, it's my fault. Yep. I haven't played the Cubs, though, but they're streaky. Cubs are streaky. All right, next up. Caillou nuked the least type game 7. I think this past year Cavs Raptors, because I think Cavs Raptors this past season. But Cavs Magic is up there, yep. Whip to Caillou won't be forgotten, yep. Mariah's last number one was Touch My Body. Well, I mean, she had All I Want for Christmas Is You, if we count that, because that hit number 1 in 2019, and then every year from then on. Yeah, you won't be missed, Caillou. Especially after this. Caillou nuked New York City. Do I walk to Chase from my house on not karaoke nights? Yep. Public transportation, they do. They have a light rail. Yep. You can take the light rail down there. The light rail drops you off right at the ballpark, which is nice. Yeah, so every other night that I go D-backs games, I'll walk. I'll drive on Thursdays because I stay afterwards for karaoke. Or if they're doing like something at the bar that night, like if there's a Saturday night game and there's karaoke, or not karaoke, but the band plays that I like. If I go to Copper Blues afterwards, I drive. If I'm just going to go to the game and back, I walk. That's how I do it. So smoke rises over New York City. Sirens howl in the background. If you remember last night on the AI Caillou video, he nuked New York City and it deflected off the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, rest in peace, Kyle Busch. Yeah, way too young. Way too young. I was shocked when I saw that news. Caillou sits on the floor eating crackers like nothing happened. Little Brown Bear, DW, and Little Princess are just pacing. Yeah, we don't play... Yeah, that's crazy. We don't play all September. Yeah, that's crazy. Authorities confirm someone launched a nuclear weapon directly into New York City. See? They said directly into New York City. They didn't say I did it. You pressed the button. No, I didn't. The Statue of Liberty did it. The Statue of Liberty doesn't even have arms that move. She has a torch that's basically an arm. Yeah, I placed the asterisk on that one too. Yeah. It's your round to the Jags, so don't buy it for a second. Makes no sense. We're tied for cap as it is. We're set at receiver. It makes no sense. Little Princess then decides to gasp. This is ridiculous. I was supposed to have cupcakes today. Now everyone's talking about international catastrophe instead of me. Because Caillou nuked the city. Priorities here. I did not. The missile hit the Statue of Liberty first. It bounced. Easily, Vaughn. Yep, easily. Missiles don't bounce, you big crybaby. Because we all knew the Nuggets were going to win that one in a bloodbath. Yes, they do. Everything bounces. Balls bounce. Checkmate. Not the balls, Caillou. Please don't talk about the blue balls that bounce. DW throws her hands in the air. That isn't what checkmate means. Caillou then cries. Everyone always blames me because you keep doing supervillain things during recess. You snuck out of class to nuke a city. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you being here. Lemon Bear telling the truth for once. I only pressed the button because it was red. Lemon Bear freezes. You pressed it because it was red? Yeah, red buttons are important buttons. You can't just press random buttons. Near the park on Etonton every time I go to Trace? Yeah. Then why do they make them so pressable? That's a good point. Yeah, Little Prince explained it pretty well. Little Bear collapses onto the carpet. Why couldn't you just... Oh, crap. Jesus Christ, Little Brown Bear. Oh, Selk's Mavs had a lot of hype. Selk's Mavs was very disappointing, but it had a lot of hype. That had a lot of hype. Oh, my God, Little Brown Bear. Falcons playoffs. Yep, you know the drill. Why couldn't you just do things the old-fashioned way with a plane or something? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's not better. Finally, a voice of reason here. I know, but at least it makes more sense than blaming a statue. Oh my God. What the hell? The Statue of Liberty looked at me funny. It's made of copper. Exactly, it's suspicious. Little Princess points at Caillou. I think you are suspicious. This entire emergency should be canceled because it's ruining my afternoon. Officials continue searching for whoever launched the missile. See, they're searching. That means they don't know who did it. No, he's not wrong. At least, yeah, he's not wrong. We watched you do it. Allegedly, you literally announced, I'm going to nuke New York City before you did it. We've been demonetized 5. That could mean anything. We were not demonetized last night after how that ended, somehow. Yep, King Falcons to Pops, no. Yep, no, you got it. Yeah, somehow we were not demonetized after last night. Little Princess starts whining. Everyone is yelling and nobody asking how I feel. You should feel bad. Caillou nuked a city. You should feel bad. That's mean. Look, the Statue of Liberty is still standing. She survived. Clearly, she started. No one nuked themselves. That's not evidence. Yes, it is. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're all just jealous because I understand science. Everyone starts yelling, you don't understand science. You don't even understand shapes. She's not wrong. That's crazy, Jackson. That is crazy about the schedule. She's not wrong. I want cupcakes. The Statue of Liberty framed me. I turned TF9. Dumpster fire 9. I didn't even tell it to do that. You don't understand shapes. It only pops up one time. Okay, you cannot draw a triangle. That was amazing. Oh, God, Caillou. Oh, God, Caillou. Everyone had their moment on that one. That was good. All right. Yeah, that's my argument now. Yep, that's my argument. Last call for anything. If the statue will reframe it, yep. I'm going to say that every time I'm accused of doing something. 3-1 Montreal. Whoa. Whoa. Rest over rest sounds 3-1 Haps. Crazy. All right, last call. I was going to sign off here. Okay, I was going to lose the final 4 again. Yep. Oh, no, your argument's fair, yeah. This is the only stream today. Yep, it's the only one today. Tomorrow we'll do a Q&A OT. And then Saturday we'll be live for some sports as on Sunday as well. So, appreciate you guys a ton. I'm going to D-backs game and all that. So, appreciate you guys a ton. JG9 sign off. And again, if you ever get caught of doing something, just say the Statue of Liberty framed you. It wasn't me. Shaggy defense. Tomorrow should be around. All good. Appreciate you guys a ton. See you guys soon. If you haven't seen today's video, click the link below or above. A new video dropping tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. Take care.